Imagine pouring a beautiful golden beer, anticipating that first refreshing sip. But instead of that familiar malty or hoppy goodness, you get a sharp, puckering sourness or maybe even a distinct vinegary tang. What happened? Yes, if your beer tastes noticeably sour or vinegary, it is very likely contaminated. This usually indicates the presence of unwanted bacteria or wild yeast that have spoiled the intended flavor profile of your brew. The core mechanism behind these off flavors is microbial activity. While brewers' yeast works its magic to create alcohol and carbon dioxide, foreign microorganisms, often called wild bacteria or yeast, can get into the beer. These invaders consume sugars and produce different byproducts, like lactic acid for sourness or acetic acid for that vinegary taste. Lactic acid bacteria, such as lactobacillus and pediococcus, are common culprits for a sour beer, while acetobacter bacteria are responsible for acetic acid, which makes beer taste like vinegar. These microorganisms thrive in environments with residual sugars and oxygen. To prevent this unwanted contamination, cleanliness and sanitation are absolutely paramount, especially for homebrewers. Always thoroughly clean and sanitize every piece of equipment that will come into contact with your beer after it has been boiled. This means fermentation vessels, airlocks, tubing, and bottling equipment. For commercial beers, proper storage is key. Keep your beer in a cool, dark place and avoid extreme temperature fluctuations, which can stress the yeast and potentially allow dormant contaminants to become active. If you find a beer tasting off, there is not much you can do to reverse the flavor. It is best to discard it and learn from the experience. Beyond just taste, there are often other subtle clues that your beer might be contaminated. You might notice unusual cloudiness, even in a style that should be clear, or a strange film on the surface of the liquid known as a pellicle, which is a classic sign of wild yeast or bacterial infection. Sometimes, you will even detect a buttery or nail polish remover aroma alongside the sourness. These distinct indicators, especially the pellicle, are strong signals that unintended guests have made a home in your beer. Understanding that sour or vinegary notes in beer typically signal contamination empowers you to better assess your brews, whether you are a curious consumer or an aspiring homebrewer. By focusing on meticulous sanitation and proper storage, you can protect your beer from these unwelcome microbial guests, ensuring that each sip delivers the intended delicious experience.